So me and my husband watched The Screen Murder, a true teen horror story on Hulu last night. Before I get into talking about Cassie and the way they did that young girl, do y'all remember a book called She Said Yes? It was about a girl named Cassie who got murdered in her school. I read this book like in middle school. I think it was like 6th, 7th grade, and that book has always stuck with me. It's crazy, y'all, because when me and my husband started watching this, we was like on the first episode, I think it was, and I told him, I was like, babe, because you know this is about two teens who, Brian and Tori, who did this horrific thing to a fellow classmate named Casey. And I don't know if it's because they both had the same names or, well, I feel like it was because they both had the same names and this both happened, surrounding the school. The Cassie that I read about, She Said Yes, that book was centered around the Columbine school shooting in 1999. When me and my husband was looking at this, I had told him, I said, babe, I had read this book when I was younger and it really stuck with me. And he was like, so what does this have to do with the movie? But I was like, it has nothing to do with the movie. This just reminded me about that young girl. Her name was Casey, and she got killed because she told the shooters that she believed in God. The book has always stuck with me. So to find out that these two boys, Brian and Tori, actually was watching, what do you call the word? The fact that they were so interested, wanted to be like the boys that did that shooting in the Columbine school. Y'all, when they brought that up, some told me to hurry up and search She Said Yes, the book. I told my husband, I said, babe, this is the school I was talking about. They are idolizing these two boys that I was talking about, where Casey got killed, the one in the Columbine school. I said, oh my gosh, like y'all, when I said that and then it came up in this documentary about those, they actually idolized those two boys. They're right there, like, oh my gosh, that is so crazy to me. But Brian and Tori was two 16-year-olds who decided to come to this girl's house. Their friend, Casey, they went to her house and killed her while she was house sitting for her cousins. Y'all, and it's so crazy because they had a list of people. They was trying to do it to another girl. Before they did that to Casey, they was actually in another girl's window looking, and she was terrified for her life. She felt like somebody had been following her and stalking her. Come to find out, it was Brian and Tori the whole time. Like, the police came after Cassie was killed and they found the videotape of them actually, plotting and talking about what they was gonna do. They had a list of people, and this girl was on the list. They had to go tell the parents of those teenagers, like, yes, your daughter was on the list, and they was planning on killing her too. What really made me upset about this freaking documentary was Brian and Tori's parents. The moms, to be exact. Brian's mom feel like Tori is the reason why her son did what he did. Tori's mom feel like Brian is the reason why Tori did what he did. Like, both of their moms was really pissing me off. Brian's mom, she the video they made after they killed Cassie, she swear that her son sounded shocked. So please, everybody in the comments, if y'all have saw this documentary, if y'all looked at that video that them young boys made, he sounded excited to me. Not shocked, excited. And like he was gonna go do that shit again. They planned on shooting up the school. They planned on killing multiple teenagers. They didn't give a fuck about nobody. At least Brian's dad had compassion for the other family. He understood that, yes, I would love for my son to get out of jail one day, but that would never bring Cassie back. Y'all took a young girl's life. Might I add, y'all stabbed her up to 30 times? 30 times. And the moms are acting like, come on now. Brian's mom talking about some life without parole for a 16-year-old. That is just unimaginable. That's just, even Tori mama, like, what did y'all think them kids was gonna get? What did y'all think they deserved? Other than life without parole, bitch. Bro, if them kids would have got out back then, or even a couple years from then, ain't no telling if they would have finished that fucking list off. Them fucking victims was horrified if they would have got released, what they was gonna do to them. The fuck do y'all mean? You can definitely tell in that video that Brian and Tori made, they didn't have no remorse. They didn't care, especially Tori. Tori lied all the way, y'all, until he was 35 last year. Last year, y'all, at the end of the documentary, and that kind of pissed me off that they let them speak. To be honest, I'm gonna let them get a jail call so y'all can put these two men on a documentary. And as you can see with both of them, they try to act like, oh, that was just a 16-year-old me. That person's gone. Y'all, I'm sorry, but I feel like if them men was to get out, they would kill somebody again. If not both, one of them, they would kill somebody again. Tori lied. He lied about even stabbing that young girl all the way until he just confessed last year at the age of 35. Come on now. And y'all, when I was watching that documentary, I forgot what piece it was that made me say, I looked at my husband, I said, they were gay. And he said, Missy, shut up. And then at the end, Tori came out that he was gay. I don't know what made me think that. I forgot what it said in the documentary, but I felt it. Oh yeah, they're gay. And Brian didn't come out and say he was gay, but because y'all had no reason to do that type of shit to them kids. That teenager, Cassie y'all are 16 years old and y'all stabbed the girl 28 times. And then when y'all got done, y'all immediately cut the video on and was so fucking excited about it. Not sorry, not shocked like his mama said. They were happy. And to film that young girl, y'all, they filmed her the day, hours before they did what they did to her. They filmed her in school. Like they already knew what they was gonna do. Like, that is a psychopath. But what I am glad is when they both spoke, they both said that they, both of them wanted to do that. It's not like one coerced the other one to do it, like the parents was trying to make it seem. No, they both wanted to kill people. Then for Brian to come into the investigation room and lie at the beginning and then finally tell the truth. Come on now, then he tried to make it seem like Tori was the one that only stabbed her. And both of them really stabbed her. Be for real. Y'all think any of them kids felt remorse? Y'all think them two kids felt remorse? They didn't. That's what they wanted to do. If y'all are 16 years old looking at people fucking houses, y'all even asked another young lady Tori asked one of his friends that he was very close with, asked her to go say, can you have a sleepover with Cassie? She's gonna be home alone. There's not gonna be no adults. They planned on killing that little girl too if she would have stayed with Cassie. So happened she had something to do with her boyfriend that day. Thank God that she didn't go, because if she would have, they planned on killing both of them girls that night. And then to make it so bad, to let me know that Tori felt no remorse, and especially since he was the one that lied all the way till he was 35 about even stabbing Casey, he went the next day to that same friend house he wanted to come spend the night with Casey so they could kill both of them. He came to her boyfriend house the next day and ate fucking dinner with them like nothing had ever happened. They didn't even know Casey was dead yet. He came the next day after he killed that girl and acted like nothing happened. that's a psychopath, and that's somebody that needs to be in jail for life. And I don't understand how his parents don't understand it. His mama, anyways. Because yes, I love my kids to death, y'all. Everybody in this world love their fucking kids, but when your child do some shit like that, like the daddy said, like Brian daddy said, he's never not still beside his son. He still go see his son, whatever the case is. He pulled up to the correctional facility in Idaho where his son is and everything. He said, that's still my son. But do y'all know how much hurt I saw in that father's eyes, even though he know his son deserves to be where he at, but he wish his son was out. Like that, I can respect that because you still that man's father and you still love him regardless of what he did. But the mama act like she don't understand why he got life without parole. Tori's mama act like she don't understand why he got life without parole because they had a list of people that they were still going to try to kill. They said in the video that they should do a shooting to end it. Like, they was gonna shoot everybody. Come on now. Like, everything about this documentary was horrific. Everything they did to that young girl was horrific. Casey deserves so much better. And those two boys, in my honest opinion, got exactly what they deserve. Like, bro, I wouldn't want nobody out on the streets. If they had a list of me on their list and they want to kill me, I don't give a fuck if it was years later. They might try to come find me. I don't know. Them kids looked like real deal psychopaths. And I understand that people, they be like, they're only 16. Do you know how many 16-year-olds are psychopaths? They could have a perfect life or they could be mistreated. Like, whatever the case is, they're psychopaths. There's no other way around it, like, at all. Like, I truly feel like if them kids would have gotten out, they would have finished the job, or if they would have killed somebody else, it don't matter. Like, you could tell those kids really had issues within themselves and they were not gonna change. And at the end of that documentary, how they got on, I told my husband it must be time for them to try to get an appeal or something. But I see a long time ago Idaho shut down the law that they was gonna pass about, you know, reopening cases that got kids sent away for life at a young age. But they denied that in Idaho. So they got life without parole. And I, you know, honestly, for Cassie and all the victims they had on their list and planning on shooting up a school, I wouldn't want neither one to ever see the light of day. Like, y'all should not be free at all, period, point blank, because they did not feel no type of way, especially for it. And the police officers felt a little sympathy for Brian just because he took them to where they hid the knives and stuff like that. But I honestly still felt no sympathy for Brian. Brian came in, he lied. Brian came in, then he lied about just Tori stabbing the girl. Brian came in and told y'all, yes, he told y'all where the stuff was that they hid, but he did not tell y'all about the videotape. Then they tried to destroy the videotape, so he really didn't think that y'all was gonna be able to see the videotape. Nothing about him, I did not sympathize with it at all. Because they tried to burn the videotape. They didn't, like, yeah, he led the police out there, but he did not think that the videotape was gonna get seen. That's why. So no sympathy for Brian, no sympathy for Tori, and I honestly don't think that, you know, I can't say that maybe they don't feel no remorse now, but even looking at them at 35 years old, the video they put up with them in jail at 35 years old last year, I still feel like that they're still messed up in the head, and if they got out, they would still do some crazy ass shit. Simple. Like, a person that does shit like that at 16, there's no way you could change. I just don't see no other way around it. I don't know if y'all feel different, but if y'all have not saw about Casey, if y'all did not see The Scream Murderer, a true teen horror story on Hulu, please go watch it because this young lady's story deserves to be heard. If y'all have never heard about Casey, who got killed at the Columbine High School for saying she believed in God, I think it was the high school, I don't think it was the middle school, but Columbine School, when they got the shooting in 99, please go read She Said Yes. That book will, like, both of those young girls, both of those Casey's stories need to be heard because the way that they were done, and not just them, anybody else in the Columbine High School that got you know, shot and killed, like, all of it is just horrific acts. And I pray for all them people and all their families because this video and the stuff I seen in this documentary was horrific and diabolical for 16-year-olds to do, like, seriously. And I don't think they had any remorse.